Hi there friends! So I'm here today to talk to you about how I've been able to see so many shows this summer for not that much money. Obviously Broadway is really expensive and I totally get that, especially if you have to buy in advance. It costs a lot of money. But if you're wondering, if you've seen my blog posts and seen how many shows I've seen, how I've managed to do that, it's because I haven't paid full price for any ticket thus far. I'm going to talk to you about 4 main ways that you can get discounted tickets, and that's how I was able to see 5 shows in 1 week for under $175. And so it's been by using these methods that I've been able to see a ton of shows. Granted, a lot of them only really work if you're already in the city, but some of them you can kind of play around with and plan things in advance too. So let's get started. So the first one is lotteries. Now you may have heard of lotteries, you may have heard it in conjunction with Hamilton, which has a really hard to win lottery. Lotteries are where you enter your name in and your information the morning of a show, typically, sometimes the day before, and then there's a couple like Something Rotten and Kinky Boots that you can do it for the next 8 performances at a time. But you enter in your name and you enter for either 1 or 2 tickets, and if you win, they cost somewhere between like $10 and $40 typically, and then you get to go see the show and you get kind of whatever seats they have left. Or some shows like Hamilton will hold the first 2 rows of the theater for lottery winners. So that's a really great way to get tickets. I've won, well, between my roommates and I, we've won Kinky Boots, Something Rotten, and the Crucible lotteries, which has been really nice. So the second way that I've been able to see a lot of shows for not that much money is through Rush tickets. I believe Rush is called day seating in the UK, and it's where you go to the theater whenever the box office opens the morning of the show. So most days that's at 10. On weekends, or on Sundays, it's at noon, I believe. And you just show up there typically an hour before the box office opens, and you stand in line, and then you can get tickets for anywhere from like $30 to $40. So like that's how I was able to see Bright Star and get pretty good seats. I did that for, let's see, Daddy Longlegs. I've done it for several shows. It's really nice because you can get really good seats typically, just kind of whatever's left. A couple of them do require cash. I know Finding Neverland you have to be able to pay in cash, but most of them do take cards, so just make sure that you check in on that if you're planning to rush a show beforehand. The third way that you can see shows for less money is to do programs like HipTix or LinkTix, which are programs that you kind of subscribe to. Typically you have to be somewhat younger, like 18 to 35, I know is what HipTix is. And you subscribe to them, or you become a member of them, and then you can get discounted tickets at different shows. I know for like HipTix there's only certain rows that you have to take back the mezzanine, but I was able to see She Loves Me with my roommate for $25 a seat, which is insane. So that's a really good way that you can join those and then plan in advance, and we book those like 3 months in advance. But the thing with HipTix and LinkTix is you do have to book a while in advance because the seats will sell out. And the fourth way, of course, is TodayTix. It's an app on your iPhone. I think it might come in Android, I'm not positive, but it's free, and you can go on and get discounted tickets for like the week leading up to a show up to the day of. They've got some really good deals, particularly for mezzanine seats, and it's super trustworthy. It's not one of those sites where you'll get scammed. But TodayTix is really lovely because I know they also send out coupon codes sometimes, like for example, Shuffle Along doesn't do rush seating, so I know that my roommate and I are going to buy tickets on TodayTix the week that we're going to see it, and use a voucher code that we have to get even more money off. But it's really lovely because you can see shows discounted down to even sometimes under $40 or under $50. And of course, you also can look out for emails from places like Telecharge that will give you discount codes. Like I know this weekend's 4th of July weekend, so a lot of shows have seats for just $40. But basically, I wanted to make this video to kind of show everyone that it is possible to get cheap Broadway tickets if you're willing to put in some extra work, if you can be here, and for example, if you actually have the time to be able to go to the theater at 9 o'clock and wait until 10 to get rush seats. But that if you're a student in the city, or if you're just anyone who wants to be able to see Broadway theater for less money, is willing to sometimes take not the best seats in the house, but still okay seats, then there are definitely great ways to do it, like the 4 ones that I talked about just now. If you have any other good ideas, tips for rush seating, tips for ways to find things, then make sure to put them in the comments. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up as always, and to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Bye!